Ethan Hunt is notified by the IMF that someone employed his credentials to help biochemical specialist Dr. Vladimir Nekovich enter the United States, only to subsequently slay him in an aircraft crash. Nekorovic, an old acquaintance of Ethan, had earlier informed the IMF of his journey, intending to supply them with a new contagion, Chimera, and its antidote, Bolerapan. He was forced to develop these by Biosy Pharmaceuticals. IMF deduces that rogue IMF operative Sean Ambrose is responsible. IMF commissions Ethan to retrieve the contagion and its cure. It also mandates that he enlist Nia Nordhoff Hall, a skilled thief currently working in Seville, Spain. Later, Ethan learns that she is Ambrose's former partner. After persuading Nia to join, Ethan gathers his team, computing expert Luther Stickle and pilot Billy Baird in Sydney, Australia, where Biote laboratories are located and Ambrose is residing. As Ethan surveys Biote, Nia approaches Ambrose and begins to discover information about the Chimera pathogen. At a horse racing event, Ambrose meets with Biote CEO, John C. McCloy. He shows McCloy a video of Chimera affecting one of Nekovich's colleagues. He then coerces McCloy into cooperation. Nia steals video proof and sends it to Ethan. Ethan's unit determines that Chimera has a 20-hour latent period before it causes death via broad destruction of the subject's red blood cells. Bolerapan can only save the subject if administered within that 20-hour window. The IMF team kidnaps McCloy to force him to hand over the Larapin. However, they discover that the only samples of the Larapin were taken by Nekrovich and are now in Ambrose's custody. Ambrose possesses the cure but lacks the contagion which Nekrovich inoculated himself with. Consequently, Ambrose compelled McCloy to exchange a sample of the contagion for a sample of Bolerapan. The group raids Biosy to eliminate the contagion. Ambrose, disguised as Ethan, tricks Nia into revealing his blueprint. Ambrose captures Nia and raids Bioite to secure the contagion. Ethan manages to destroy all but one sample of the contagion before Ambrose intervenes and a shooting match erupts. Ambrose instructs Nia to recover the final sample of Chimera. She injects herself with it, stopping Ambrose from simply killing her to acquire it. Ambrose leads Nia away and Ethan escapes the premises. Ambrose permits Nia to wander the streets of Sydney for a day, intending to unleash a contagion. He offers to sell Bolerapan to MLO in exchange for stock options to make him the controlling shareholder. He expects that the value of Biosy shares will soar due to the demand for Bolerapan following the Chimera outbreak. Ethan enters the meeting and confiscates the remaining samples of Bolerapan. While Ethan is pursued by Ambrose, Luther and Billy locate Nia, who has walked to a cliff edge, resolved to end her own life to stop Chimera from spreading. Ethan finally gains the upper hand over Ambrose and finishes him. With little time remaining on the 20-hour limit, Luther reaches Ethan, gets Bollerant, and injects Nia with it. IMF erases Nia's legal record, and Ethan begins his departure with her in Sydney.